Hi guys, my name is Delia Folabi, and this is my very first video on this YouTube channel. And on this YouTube channel, we are going to be talking, about relationships, marriages, lifestyle, and pretty much everything in between. So it's going to be kind of like a wide range of topics to talk about, and we are also going into the nitty gritty of relationship, of marriages, and which is for me pretty much the most important structure in which almost everything that pertains to human being, humanity stands on. So for me, it's very important. The marriage structure is important. Even right from the stage of relationship is very, very important. And I would want you, as usual, for good algorithm and to make sure that my message is being heard by so many people, which I would love, is to please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button and share the video. Let others hear what I have got to say. So after doing that, we can get into the nitty. So every marriage, every relationship starts with two people meeting themselves and saying, "Oh, I like you." That's where it starts from. You like what you see. That's why you're talking with that person, and talking with that person can lead into a relationship, a rapport between two people. We like ourselves, we are talking. You like talking with the person. That's where it all begins. This phase is a phase that we're all crazy about. You have to be crazy about that initial stage. There's no doubt about that. Nobody will say that initial stage does not really matter to me. It does, because that is what I call some people will say the infatuation stage, but the head over. I will call it the head over stage. Right from the beginning, something starts happening that you don't really understand. You go on dates, you eat, you make up, you do a lot of things together. And in that process, there's something you're giving out, but you don't really realize it because it's just the beginning of the relationship. Everything seems perfect. This is your spec. This is the kind of person you like. Fine. But you are doing something unconsciously, in which when you get into the real thing, that thing that was unconscious at that beginning, we begin to be glaring at the later stage of things, of affairs. And at that stage, this very particular thing will matter a lot. Sometimes we wonder, why is it that at the beginning we're just taking everything, we're just saying yes to everything, all right, but now you can't say yes to everything again. So that takes me to the very first foundational thing, that in every rapport between two people, sometimes it's not just marriage relationship, it can even be business relationship, it can be, there is one major thing that we need to learn how to deal with. And what is that thing? I'm sure you've heard this word a million times. Compromise. That's the foundation of almost everything. Compromising. And I will like to use one analogy that I call the Apple principle to try to explain what it means to compromise. Compromising is something we need to learn. We need to even not just look at it from the top. We need to look at it from the very, very, very beginning, the root of it. The Apple principle. What does that mean? Guys, look at this. What is this? It's an apple, right? What kind of apple? What's the color of the apple? It's kind of like, I didn't find the perfect one, but I think this is like red, mixed with green apple, right? But do you know that what I'm seeing from my own advantage point of view is different? So you look at this. This is what I was saying. What is this? This is a perfectly green apple. So, guys, this analogy goes a long way to understand what it means to compromise. You see, when two people argue, I am seeing the matter from my own advantage point of view. The other person is seeing it from another point of view. We are not saying the same thing. So, when I ask this question, what color is this apple? Is it correct to say green? Is it correct to say red? Are they both wrong? That is exactly what it means when you argue. That is exactly what happens when you argue. You are seeing that matter from another point of view. Your partner is seeing it from a different point of view. If you choose to remain on your seat, if I choose to stay here and don't move, and I say, no, it's green, and there's nothing I can do about it, it's green, then I will always remain on my point, and I will never have the chance to see that there's a different dimension to this apple. But if I choose to move a little bit, I will start seeing that there's something else apart from this green that I saw. That is what it means to compromise. You shift your position so that you can see a little bit of what the other person is seeing. If you don't move your position, you will never see a little bit of what other person is seeing, talk less of seeing the totality of what that person is seeing. You will keep arguing and arguing, not knowing that you are not seeing the whole picture, just as the other person is not seeing everything. So when we argue, when we compromise, what does it mean? Shifting position to see a little bit, to see more of what we didn't see in the first instance, to see more of what the other person is saying, what he is saying in making his own argument. Let's try to see a little bit of what that person is saying. Let's see things a little bit from their own advantage point of view. And at that point, we will start to understand the greater picture. We start to understand, more than what we saw at the initial stage. This issue of compromise, we'll talk about so many, because it's easy to say, oh, shift position and you'll get it. But there are a lot of things in compromising, which we'll see in our later video. If you like this video, like I said, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and just share it to somebody. This is just the beginning.